I suddenly remembered a question that I am usually very concerned about. I just want to ask their opinion. I asked the people on our earth who died, is there nothing left? I've heard it said before. When you die, you're reincarnated. You're reincarnated. Are these real? Norton said that you people on Earth, and any kind of human death in the universe, it's not really death. The reincarnation of your Earthlings. The circle of life is real. People on many planets in the universe. The cycle of life is also real. And Norton's answer really surprised me. Norton said that man can be divided into two parts. Part of it is the human body. It's part of the human mind. Human consciousness. It's the movement of charged particles in the brain. Its essence is information. It can be expressed by the amount of information. What mass is the consciousness of your Earthlings? How much volume and energy? This is ridiculous. The human body dies. Also rot. But the heart of man is ideology. Ideas are a form of movement. It's information at heart. Information doesn't die. It doesn't rot. It can be repeated throughout the universe. And the central law of the universe, it is to put all the forms of motion, all possibilities, all information, to manifest repeatedly and infinitely. This is the reason why you Earthlings cycle of life. The reason is as simple as that. You Earthlings from birth to death, just one of countless lifetimes. But you Earthlings, usually when you are about to die, might be vaguely aware of this. You Earthlings, this kind of reincarnation is a repeated reincarnation. People have previous lives, and previous lives. There are posterity. Every single one of you on Earth. It's all so repeated and endless reincarnation. Of course, reincarnation does not. It's a human condition. Animals on your Earth, and all life in the universe. People and animals on the planet, without mastering the technology of immortality, are all reincarnated like you Earthlings. And it's repeated infinite reincarnation. Willie said that, Brother Keon. Do you know what your past life was like? What is the afterlife? I don't know. How can I know this? I asked Norton, what was the soul of that man? Norton said that the consciousness of your Earthlings, most of them are the same or similar. The key fifth is different. The soul is this different part. The crack is waved with a hand. A three-dimensional virtual image appeared in the sky. The image is of a person's head. There's a lot of light around, spreading around. Cracks say the human brain is charged with charged particles. They can create perturbations in the surrounding space, make the surrounding space fluctuate. This fluctuation, it can contain people's consciousness information, and in the form of fluctuations, spread this information around at the speed of light. So people's ideological information, it can be expressed in the form of fluctuations in space. It can also be stored in space, and it will never disappear. The human soul is a part of consciousness. The same can be done in the space around people, in the form of fluctuations. The human soul wave is real. The soul is volatile, is an important characteristic of the soul. Three-dimensional space at the speed of light, along the direction of motion. The length of one-dimensional space is shortened to zero. It becomes two-dimensional. Two-dimensional space. Due to the three-dimensional space of any place in the universe, there is zero distance. A person's soul information. It can reach any region of the universe in an instant. Information traveling at the speed of light in space. It actually exists in two dimensions. Distribution in three-dimensional space. Information. It can also be stored intact in two-dimensional space. The essence of information is the motion form of matter, not matter itself. It's not a part of matter. Anywhere in the universe could contain the entire universe today, all previous and future information. This is our theory of cosmic space information fields, the most important concepts of total information and sub-information. You have prophets on Earth who can predict the future. The reason is that anywhere in the universe, implicit all previous and future information. These prophets, the ability to capture future information hidden in space, due to time. It's us, the observer. The feeling of divergent motion at the speed of light in the surrounding space. Without people, there is no time, in no particular order. If there is no observer, all the information in the universe billions of years ago, billions of years later, can overlap at a point in space. Space can not only store information, they can also transmit information. Spatial transmission of information. You can start from one point. Put the overall information in an information package. Spread around. You receive it in one place. Messages sent to space. Go to another place to receive it. It makes no difference. That is to say, spatial information travels in any direction. The content is the same, but the object is different. Information can overlap in space. Objects cannot overlap in space at will. The main difference in information is structure. The difference between objects. It is determined by factors such as volume, length, and quality. There's an infinite amount of information in space. Information is movement. Motion is possibility. The infinite information of the universe. It also means that the universe contains endless possibilities. And the central law of the universe is to take all possibilities, repeatedly and infinitely, no matter how weird, no matter how bizarre people think, no matter how special the soul is. Everything you can think of, you can't imagine, will eventually appear in the universe. And repeatedly, infinite appearances. This is also an inevitable manifestation of the infinite information of the universe. Any absurd or bizarre thing, it's always going to happen in the future. It just happens sooner or later, or at some point in time. Just the probability of occurrence. Crack these words above. I find it difficult to understand. I asked when we Earthlings were reincarnated. Where to reincarnate? Can I be reincarnated into your goblin planet? Soodle says there is no such possibility. We Guokes have been able to live forever. You Earthlings. It is impossible to incarnate into our goblin planet. But it is possible to reincarnate on another backward planet. Then I will be reincarnated on Earth. Will it become a pig, a horse, a cow, and a sheep? That won't happen. The spiritual forms of animals and humans are too different. Then I will be reincarnated. Will you become a woman in your next life? That won't happen either. The soul form is too different. That person is not you. Human life can really be reincarnated. Then we Earthlings. Is there no need to be afraid of death? Norton says death, causing the complete loss of your Earthling's memory. The harm to people is the greatest. It cannot be compared with other factors. Human instinct is innate. It looks like a warehouse. Memories are acquired. It looks like the goods stacked in the warehouse. The soul seems to be a worker working in a warehouse. Memory increases little by little, just like the goods in the warehouse are accumulating little by little. The loss of memory is like the loss of goods. When one of you Earthlings dies, the brain is rotten. Instinctive consciousness, soul, and memory information are lost. But it's not completely gone. It's stored in space. Instinctive consciousness and soul, although it can be preserved in space, but stripped from memory. It's like moving a warehouse to another place. Or the warehouse was destroyed. all the goods are lost. You Earthlings start with a fertilized egg. Start downloading the soul information in the space. Eventually grow into an adult. The soul is truly full. Memory is the process of growing up through the various feelings and experiences in life. Perform processing. It's stored in the brain, gradually accumulated. The instinctive consciousness of you Earthlings. It is acquired through the inheritance of parents. I asked, is there any way for you to know about my past life? Norton says, we have a way to know some information about your past life. It can also know some information about your future life. Anywhere in the universe. Contains the entire universe before and after. All the information now. And of course, your past and future lives. So this is our concept of a cosmic information field. The most important theorem. We use workshops to scan space. By deciphering the hidden messages in space. To learn about your past and future lives. We can predict when you return to Earth. General life experience. You might be surprised. We can learn about your past lives. After all, what happened in the previous life has already happened. But the message of your afterlife has not happened yet. How did you predict it? Well, it has to do with the nature of time. Time is our people. The feeling of divergent motion at the speed of light in the space around you. There is no observer. Billions of years ago and billions of years later. All the information that happened. In fact, they all overlap at a point in space. In turn, from a point in space. In theory, it would be possible to decipher all the information in the universe. Levin went on to say no. It is very difficult to implement it concretely. Our guests, by deciphering the hidden messages in space, can predict the future. This is the state-of-the-art science being conducted on our planet. The most resources are also invested. Our country's nemesis, the best mathematicians and physicists, have been involved. Physics requires cosmic information field theory. Mathematics requires a lot of trend analysis. We use trend analysis, similar to calculus on your Earth. But trend analysis is much broader than calculus. In the case of processing a number of O, how does the analysis approach zero? Many branches of mathematics were born. Trend analysis also uses analogies by zooming in and out. Make predictions about the outcome. Certainly. The most important thing in trend analysis is to predict the future. This is why it is called trend analysis. Our study of hidden information in space. Not only can you find you Earthlings, the souls of past and future lives, you can also get the Tang Dynasty on your Earth. Real video materials of the Song Dynasty. IF. We Guokes make official contact with you Earthlings. I will definitely show this information to you Earthlings. You Chinese. You can learn your true history. Soodle said with some pride. We Guokes in your ancient times. I have been to your Earth. A lot of real footage was captured. But nowhere near us. By deciphering the hidden messages in space, the image data obtained is comprehensive. That. When will you make official contact with us Earthlings? All you Earthlings need to do is build a flying saucer of light. We may make formal contact. At that time, even if we Guokes don't officially contact you, there will also be people from other high-level civilizations. Reach out to you. They may think you Earthlings are wealthy. Greg talked to them. And you Earthlings fly flying saucers of light, running around the universe. I'm sure everyone will have a chance to meet. It is better to make formal contact early. Have a certain understanding and communication with each other.